Boom. Spur the moment, spur the Lotus, spur the everything. You know what I'm saying? Pull the mic closer to y'all boys, man. Put the mic closer to y'all. The sign that say audio technical on it, that's the front. I got the gain all the way up. That bitch is for surely picking y'all up.
All right, bet.
We got Mike and Josiah in the building.
Spur up the Lotus.
Black Lotus podcast. Black Lotus podcast, the second collab. This time we got Josiah on here. How'd Joey come on to Black Lotus?
Man,
Joey behind the scenes whole time. How'd Joey come on?
Joey's always like the first couple of like podcasts we did collaborative, and I was just like, bro, we should just make this shit like a 2-piece, a duo type shit. And I was like, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna wait to start doing my solo podcast till later. And I was like, that's cool, but everybody's just been fucking with me, so I appreciate the love though.
Well, like for me and Michael already started in the beginning of this. We had already done it together, but like it was Michael's thing.
Yeah,
it was Michael's thing, but I was just hopping on with him, trying to just be supportive and stuff like that because I like talking with Michael. Me and Michael like to talk a lot, so we would go live on our spams and just be talking and stuff about whatever for a few hours.
Yeah,
and people would like it. So we just
kept
but
going.
Honestly, the reason why I have never gone solo on Instagram Live and why I still haven't is because I feel like when you're on Instagram Live, you have to entertain.
Yeah.
You having to keep people on.
Yeah.
And I don't like to talk like that. I like to just talk. When you're on Instagram Live, you got to keep people on there. And in a regular conversation, not everything you say is going to be something crazy.
For real.
Yeah.
So that's something that I didn't want to do. And there would be sometimes me and Michael would go on podcasts, we would go on live, and sometimes they would do really good, sometimes they would do really bad.
Yeah, lately, I feel like the ones that we haven't done on live have been getting like a lot more like streams and shit. But whenever we do go live, it's pretty funny because like the last one I did with my homie Danny, D Sleepy, it went for like 400, and usually we cruise like around like 2.
Like views on Instagram.
Yeah. We cruise around like 2, and that one like kind of blew up. I was looking at like every day with like getting another 100, and I was like, it's probably up to 5 now, but it's crazy because like I just didn't think niggas was like looking at shit like that.
That's pretty solid. I haven't even looked at my IG Live numbers. I posted like 2.
Yeah.
And I deleted one. I had to delete one, but I don't know. I haven't really looked at it. I'll just be looking at my host site numbers. The host site numbers really that's kind of the motivator. Cause I always be seeing it. It be getting pretty consistent. Even on my off days, I don't drop. I still be getting streams right now.
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's kind of hard. I used to just get like when I started, I used to get like 11 first day streams, and then it'd be like 0 the rest of the week.
Yeah.
And like now I probably get 50 on the first day, and then I get 11 on like the next 2.
Bro, that's hella good, bro.
Yeah, those are great numbers.
Pretty solid.
Those are great numbers.
But me and Michael kind of changed the podcast at the beginning of the year, though.
Yeah. Like, how'd y'all start it? Like take niggas through the journey. I don't think like this would be historical. Like, I'll make this the Black Lotus interview. So like, take me back to the beginning, cause like y'all say y'all changed it, but how'd y'all start it?
Okay, I'll start it.
All right.
So in July, like me and Michael, I say like June. Me and Michael started to get really close to each other. Not like we weren't close before, but we started talking and stuff a lot. Yeah. Like I introduced him to the red pill and stuff like that. You know about that. And through that, we just started talking a lot more about our lives and what was going on with us. Yeah. And through that, one day we decided to go live on Instagram. Yeah. On our spams, just to talk and whatever.
Just on some chill shit.
Yeah, on some
y'all
chill.
planned it out, or one of y'all niggas just went live and somebody joined?
I think I said like we should just go live one day, and then he was like, all right, and so I hopped on, and then he joined, and then we just talked for like an hour, and then we didn't start posting, we didn't start like the anchor shit until like weeks after. So it was
damn near months after until we started the anchor stuff.
Damn near, cause like when we first started that shit, I posted like 9 or 10. and then it kind of like it was kind of slow at first. We had like 9 views like total, and then that shit jumped up to like 100, and we were like, okay, maybe we should start doing this shit. And so after that, I did one. It's still up, but y'all should listen to it before we actually delete that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's not gonna be there forever.
It's not gonna be there forever. I promise
What was
you.
it?
Promise you. It was me kind of like talking about this one female and this interaction that I had with her, and I was just like,
tell me about it. What's the story?
well, we talked about it actually on the last one, but I was like,
Tell it again.
I was like, so I was talking to this female, and she was like kind of like playing games, and we were like on and off for like.
What you mean playing games though?
Like she would like be like kind of manipulative. Hold on a second, let me put my shit on do not disturb. And she was like,
how she was manipulating you, my nigga? You
like,
saying these like words, but it's like I'm just gonna keep taking you down. Like,
all right, so basically, I had seen her at the march again, and then I was like, okay, we should start talking again. She was like, all right, bet.
So
we
you
started
knew this
talking
girl before, like on a friendly tip?
Nah, it was actually on a romantic shit, and then shit kind of fell through because she was like, I don't know if I want a relationship, and then at the end when I was like, okay, I'm about to dip, she was like, okay, I want a relationship, but I was like, I'm still dipping because I got other options, and so we connect and shit, and she was like, fuck, we should start talking. I was like we should start talking again, and then she was like, okay, we should go exclusive, and I was like, shoot, I don't care, and I was like, I don't really have no other, females to interact with at the moment. But shit, one thing leads to another. We start fucking with each other. I start, developing some feelings and shit back when the nigga did have some feelings.
Damn, cold hearted.
Oh,
God damn.
I
hope not. God
Michael,
damn.
please don't start this, bro. Oh my
Start
God.
that shit, bro.
Oh
Talk
my
your shit. What the
God.
fuck? Back when the nigga had feelings.
And so we she was
Hello?
Is that Besso?
Hello? Joe. What up, Mom? I'm podcasting. So what's up, Mike?
What's up?
Michael Blue over here. Alright. So what you saying?
But so I was chilling with her, and one day I was like on the phone with her, and I taking a nap and shit, and I wake back up, and she
you
on the
fell
phone.
asleep on the phone?
Yeah, on some pussy nigga shit, and I wake up and she on the phone. She on the other phone with another nigga.
So the bitch had 2 phones. She fell asleep on FaceTime, kept you on the phone, and when you woke up, you seen she was on the phone, holding the phone up, like talking to another nigga. Like she was like,
heard the whole conversation. I acted like I was asleep, so I could hear the conversation. She was like talking to this nigga like it was sweet.
No, she was talking to this nigga about.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, hell no, bro.
She was talking about sucking that nigga dick.
Bro, to this day, bro, I be questioning that, bro.
I was dead ass. She was literally talking about sucking him.
No, she wasn't talking about it, but like the night before, she had like said that she was like smoking. She said she was smoking with the nigga, but everybody know what that means, bro. Everybody knows what that means. Everybody knows what that means.
If she's in the smoke session, she's
and it was just them. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah,
fuck that.
But like the thing is, Michael still didn't understand yet.
I didn't.
You was finna go back.
And I was finna go back. That's what's crazy. And then I was really listening to.
How did you rationalize it? What'd you say?
I was like, how I rationalized it was I was just like, she probably didn't, she probably didn't do nothing with him.
She's not that kind of girl.
Exactly. She's different. She's different. She's not like the rest of these, girls, that you see on the internet and you cheating on they dudes. Like, nah, she cares about me and stuff.
I had to speak some sense into this dude. I'm like, bruh.
And it's crazy because I got in the car with him and my homie Josh. And Josh was just like, hey, bruh, if you need me to handle this, I'll handle it. I went.
What do you mean he had to handle it? Was he gonna do fuck your bitch?
What do you mean handle it? He was finna check her. He was finna check her for me because like he felt like
just like hit slide in their DMs or something.
Yeah, be like, hey, I don't appreciate what you're doing to my nigga Mike. And
Wait. You was gonna have him hit her up like, I don't like how you doing, my homie.
No, he said he was finna do it. That's what. But
I'm not gonna lie. Hopefully you didn't put him up to that, because I'm not gonna hold you. That was pussy. That was
definitely pussy.
That was definitely pussy. Your business.
Yeah. That was definitely pussy, and that's why I was like, nah, bro, I got it, bro.
But that's not even what happened though. I remember I screamed at you in the car.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, bro, like, what are you doing?
He was like, it shouldn't even have to come to that, bro.
You don't even know what else she did. She sent him a screenshot.
Oh, bro. Okay, yeah. This shit was the trifling part, bro. Okay, so I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. She's like, bro, I'm not talking to the dude like serious. And this is her ex nigga too. So this is like, so I'm like, at the time I didn't know who the nigga was, and so I was like, bro, I don't really fuck with this shit. Like, you just was on the phone with a whole nother nigga. And so she's like, it's okay. I'll show you like the text messages between us. First of all, when you text a girl, bruh, you either say hey with just one Y, or you say hey with hella Y's. This nigga sent good morning. This nigga didn't even say hey. This nigga said good morning with hella G's and shit. Okay, I'm like
15 G's.
Wait, who did what?
So like the nigga
her ex said good morning with like 15
to her?
Yes, to her with like 15 G's.
And I'm like
must be real happy for some reason.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And I'm just like, okay. And then this is the trifling part. So iPhone has the update, right? So like, if you want to see like a person, like if you want to change a nigga's contact information or some shit, like you go there and like you can press the update button, right? So she didn't press the update button. What she did was she changed the contact information to another nigga's name, but underneath it had the real nigga name.
No, you know how iPhone says like maybe this person. So it had maybe his name. So, but it was the actual contact name wasn't his name. So after that, like, we knew it was some bullshit.
To all the red pill niggas who are out there, this nigga was
What's the red pill, bro? For the people who don't know.
I guess we could talk about it on this one because it's not really a Black Lotus event.
The truth. That's what it is.
It is the truth behind what it's what separates the blue pills from the red pills. So basically, the truth is
it's just female nature.
Like, so all females, they all don't have the same personality, which we have realized now, but they all have the same nature.
Same tendencies.
Yes, they have the same tendencies to. They all have the capability of cheating because of hypergamy. They all have like certain tendencies like mind games. They'll bitch test you. They'll shit test you. They'll manipulate you. Over time you start to see the tendencies between each female, and then that's what the red pill really is.
But like, y'all niggas sound like y'all been through some shit. You should have been manipulated you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would consider myself like a fairly red pill motherfucker.
Yeah.
But that's only in like the mentality of it. Like in my idea, like my outfit is just like focus and not stopping. Oh my god, I just realized I got weed in my pocket, but my mom upstairs, bro. Fuck it. But like my red pill basically just like get it and don't stop. Yeah. And just like put my best foot forward. Like how the bitches manipulated you, Mike?
Bro,
how they getting at you, bro? Like, cause I know what you mean. We're all the same tendencies. Like, I know, like, I got me a little chick, bro. She wouldn't switch up cause I'm on some Kevin Samuels shit. Yeah. You know how you got different names for different rankings and shit. Different money? Like, I'm damn near hit squad, high earner in training. So it's like, why would she leave me if I'm gonna be that dude in the future?
Yeah, exactly. And I think one of the things about the red pill is like when you first find out about it, you might be in that initial rage, because you're like, why is it like
something just happened? Like you got curved or something.
Yeah, exactly. Something happened to you.
We was running today, or nah, we was running like 2 weeks ago, and this female was like, she looked at me. And I was looking at her. She smiled and shit. And I waved.
On the run?
Yeah, I was running and shit. And
where's I running at?
Up here, right around the corner on Malcolm, bruh. And so she walking her dog and shit. So Like,
Oh, it might have been my neighbor, Maya.
She 25.
Yep. Might be.
Yeah. So I like, and I'm with my niggas.
She's light skinned?
Somewhat.
No, she's like brown
she's
skin.
like brown skin. Kind of tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, maybe it's a different
No,
shit.
that's probably different.
But I'm I'm trying to make sure like it was just me, because she was looking at me, and so I go up to Hill, and I'm like, did y'all peep that? Was she looking at y'all too? And they were like, who? They're like, the girl. And they're like, nah, she wasn't looking at us. We peeped her though. And I was like, okay. So I got in my car. I hit a quick U-E. I drove down there, and I was like, hey, let me talk to you real quick. And she curved me.
This dude told this whole story to tell us that he got curved.
So how'd you approach it though? Like, what happened?
Well, I mean, I was like, hey. You
put up to the side of her, to like kind of driving the
yeah,
side
like
of the window down,
like
type
like a pull up and just like, hey, let me talk to you real quick. So
yeah.
I was like, how old are you? She was like 25. I was like, okay.
For sure.
I was like, I think you cute. Let me get your number. She was like,
sure.
Nah, you too young for me. I said, you don't even know how old I am. She was like, how old are you? I was like 20. She was like, see, that's a little too young. I was like, man, all right. And I dipped up out of there, bro.
I don't know, the way I see it nowadays, I like, if she's like, she's like, the fact she didn't just give you a firm no, I don't know, because I'm not gonna lie, I tried it with my neighbor earlier this summer too, and I tried it with her a few times. Like, she could never give me a firm no. They love to lead you on.
That's what I was thinking. Like, you know, women like to have their orbiters and shit.
Exactly, and I was, bro, I was like, I know how orbiters be, bro, and I'm not trying to be an orbiter. I got too much shit on my plate to be like orbiting around some. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have time to be, playing games with females, talking about, oh, you can slide, and then they cancel on you on some shit, and I'm just like, I don't have time for that. That's why I decided, I'm about to lock it down real quick. So,
you cuffed up, man?
Shit, I'll say it here on a black Spur moment, type shit. Nigga getting locked down, man. Nigga got
like
locked
you.
down.
What do you mean you getting? Like, it happened?
It's in the process. It's in the process. Probably in the next week. I've been planning on it for a minute. I've been contemplating it because the nigga doesn't really want to hop out the game. Honestly.
So should I drop this? Like, should I drop this like in 2 days, or should I just save it till like? I mean, is she gonna hear this?
I mean, she'll hear it. She be listening to my podcast. Shit. She'll. I don't really care. She'll find out if she finds out.
How'd you meet the one, Mike?
Actually, it's a funny story, man. So I'm at church retreat because niggas like deeply religious and shit.
Church retreat, like Halloween.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's like up in the woods and the cabins and shit. And
I was like a sleepaway camp type.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we was there for like 5 days. I had actually been messing with this other girl I had been messing with this other girl, and she had like curved me, or she ain't curved me, but we just stopped talking and we became really good friends. And then like I meet her and we just playing like Uno one day, and I'm just like looking at her. I'm like, she kind of cute, and I was like, but I'm not really tripping off of it. But she really cute though, and I was like, I can't really move the way I am because I'm messing with somebody. Before that, and then after I stopped messing with that person, I'm like, hey, put me on with old girl. I'm not gonna say her name, but and she was like, okay.
What she built like?
Huh?
What she built like?
She cool. She about 5'2".
Solid player build.
Yeah.
Like, to give me the player build.
Player build, I say about 5'2". Light skin, or not necessarily light skin, more like caramel. Okay. You feel me? She a little thick. But she not like she's like slim thick. She be working out.
Thick,
and shit.
pushing chubby, or thick in the weight room.
Thick in a sense of like not skinny, but she
Why
not.
you looking at that nigga like that? hey, so what you gonna say, bro? What you saying about that?
I'm just listening.
What you saying?
I barely know what she looks like, so I just I just know that she's cute.
Keep going.
But she not fat. She not skinny. She like right in the middle.
Got a little something you can grab on.
Exactly. The ratios are perfect. You feel me?
In all the right places.
Exactly,
all the
bro.
right places.
Exactly. All the best places. But Yeah, she real spiritual and she real religious. So I was like,
Like how
if-
spiritual? Like she like just basic
Read the
level
Bible.
astrology, or she
Nah,
like
like,
reading the Bible,
reading the Bible.
not for the religion but for the stories type spiritual.
Nah, she like,
or is she reading the Bible to connect the shit with the Quran type spiritual? Like you know, there's levels to this shit.
nah, like she like real religious, and then through her through religion she found spirituality. So, you know, I connect with her on like a religious standpoint. She makes me closer with God, and so you know, through the, even though I already had like a real good relationship with God, it's like it kind of strengthens with her. So she cool. I'm really happy, you know. But the thing is, a nigga don't want to hop out the game, bruh. Like, I be getting looks from females almost every day. Like,
so that means you haven't had that one moment with her where it's like, okay, she not giving me something that none of these other ones can. You
but she
haven't had
has
that
though.
moment?
Yeah, I have had that moment. But it's like, it's tempting. It's like sometimes you see a female and they be staring at you, and you're like, the old me would have handled that already.
Have you asked her if she was cool being exclusive, so you can keep her away from other niggas, and you could keep?
Oh yeah,
her
she
roster?
already down for that. She already down for that. She just waiting for me to, damn near. I won't say waiting for me, but I think she really wants. And I already told her like I'm not talking to nobody
You
else.
can feel the tension.
Yeah, I feel the tension. I already told her I'm not talking to nobody else. So, it's just a matter of time. You know, I just told her I didn't want the title at the moment because if I fuck up, then I don't want her to be. I don't want it to be like a thing where it's like, I don't want her to be like, you fucked up, so we can't, you know. I want us to be able to build from there, and I'm not like at that point where I'm just like, okay, if I fuck up, then it's raps.
Yeah.
You feel me? But when that's what happens when the title comes. But when that title isn't there, it's like you fuck up, you can build, you can work from there. You feel me? It's a possibility you can work from there. But like it's not like a big ass deal. Like you're not gonna be in a doghouse because like there's no fucking titles. But you know, it's just interesting how you see the dynamics of, you know, before you start dating a person. It's been like that for 20 years now. Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you mean by
Been like that for
Like
20
the
years?
dynamics.
Or dynamics.
the dynamics?
Well, you know, it's a lot of games being played, and you know, I'm still trying to figure out if like you're still supposed to be in the game while you're in a relationship. But you know, all the females, you know, they all be like, "Hey, you know, I fuck with you," you know, and then they'll like do the push and pull type method, you know, where like they'll talk to you one day and be like hella on you, and then the next day they'll be like, I'm really cool off you because, you know, or some bullshit, and then they'll like the next day they'll be on you, you know, and so you gotta play the game back. You feel me?
I'm scared to do that.
I feel like it depends on the girl though. I feel like if a girl really wants you, if she really likes you, she's not gonna do that
She'll
shit.
chase you.
I mean, I don't know. I've always been scared to get into that position. So like me, like I'm sure y'all niggas listen to the podcast. Y'all know my method.
Yeah.
The first time I get the number, I'm just gonna call you just to set the date, because I don't even want to like, cause that's honestly the worst thing for me. That used to be the like back when I was I don't know, probably more beta than I am now. Like that was probably the big thing where it was like you waiting on that text back.
Yeah.
Like, or you considering double texting or something like that. I just don't even like feeling that pressure. That shit is the worst. Where you just looking at that phone and they start feeling heavier and you on the game, you keep checking your shit, see if she texts you. That's the worst shit, bro. You keep pulling your shit out your pocket, you start hearing noises and shit. I know y'all be high sometimes. You match with the homies, go home. You thinking she might want to link with you later, so you hear your phone fake buzzing and shit. Like, I promise you gonna lose your. You ever been sitting there waiting on the girl to text you and you've been checking your phone so much you lose it? or there's shit in your hand and you wondering where it's at, bro.
That's real.
That's having to be way too much, bro.
It be like that, bro. It's like, but I respect that method though. It's straight to the
picked the
point.
method up.
I'm out the game now, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all know, bro. I'm out the game.
Yeah.
I pulled out, bro. I
Couldn't hang. You could. I mean,
it's
of
not
course
couldn't
you
hang,
can't.
bro. I just found somebody that I feel like we really cool. We really tight, and like it's a lot of trust there, a lot of just a lot of emotions.
Yeah.
I don't know, a lot of shit, a lot of commotion. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's cool, bro. But I wanted to get back to the whole red pill thing. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people, when they first find out about it, they're in that type of rage to where like they damn near hate women.
Oh yeah,
I describe that feeling.
Okay. It's like I'll describe it. It's like when you don't necessarily like hate women, but you kind of feel like all women are evil.
Give me a scenario.
I don't know, like you kind of you look back at your old relationships and you like, damn, like she was evil, like oh my gosh, she manipulated the fuck out of me, you know?
Yeah, you start to look back on women and just be like, this is like you start to be. It's like it's not like a self-hate type thing, but you're like, damn, I could have did this shit better, and I feel like I really could have like been a better man back then. But the reason why is because the woman put you in that situation. At least that's how
That's how it was for me too. Like I say, I didn't really have the rage as much. I'm gonna let you keep talking. Then I say, I mean to cut you off. Yeah, I never really had like the rage, but it was really like all of a sudden one day, like probably about a week into NoFap, I started thinking about all the old shit. But it wasn't really like nothing. Like I was a little bit upset about how some things turned out with some female friends in the past. Yeah. But it was really like me noticing and looking back on specific moments where I could have just done something so simple. And said a one-liner or anything that could have just completely flipped it. Like I don't know. That was annoying. That was annoying at the beginning. Just noticing like
little shit.
Just like the Matrix, bro. They said that shit really is like the Matrix. Like you cracked the whole code. Yeah. I was looking back at myself like it was a completely different person.
Man, like I feel like the person I was like when I first like started talking to somebody. Like when I first started talking to old girl from before this run around. I was a completely different dude, bro. Like I was a beta simp, bro. Beta cuck simp, bro. I'm
like describe some of your worst beta tendencies, both of y'all. Like back in the days, like what was some of y'all worst beta tendencies?
Let you go first.
I'll let you go first. For me,
and give me a story too.
I just feel like just not being assertive and always just showing too much emotion around, like just getting down on myself too much in front of her. Yeah. Like sometimes something wouldn't work out and I would just be sitting there sulking, just hella sad and shit. You know, you're not supposed to do that. As a man, you're not supposed to do that type of shit. Right. It don't feel right, and I can never imagine myself doing some shit like that again.
Yeah, same.
You know, I can never imagine myself being in those situations that I was in, like worshiping her. You know,
bro.
I don't do that.
Pedestalizing.
And I feel like I was in that type of like rage and stuff like that. But as I've had more months with the red pill, I understand that a lot of that stuff is about like just self-respect and being on your purpose. Yeah. And whatever that purpose may be in that certain time in your life, that's what you need to focus on. For me specifically, that was like losing weight and, just trying to improve my life, reading, all that type of stuff every day, getting a job, Yeah. And if you focus on that stuff, everything else is going to fall in line. And you don't have to hate women. You just got to understand the game. Yeah. You got to understand how it is and how to maneuver around it.
You can't be like a prude about it. Like you got to understand that it's not their fault that they're like this. It's just who they are. It is what it is. Like and when I want to make one thing really clear, because a lot of like people like criticize the red pill. It's not saying that men are perfect. We're just saying that women are not.
Yeah, like a lot of my female listeners, or a few of them at least, like they do kind of disagree with the red pill, kind of like how they disagree with like Kevin Samuels and shit.
Yeah. That nigga is hella funny, bro. That nigga is really trying to change the world, bro.
For real.
That nigga is changing the whole game, because like we were just talking about this, like the world is becoming real feminine, and so like
once you're aware, you really see it.
Yeah.
Once you're aware, you really see it. And I'm like, shit, I'm not that hard, but this dude is pussy. Like, real. I'm like, shit, I'm that hard. Yeah. Who is this? Like, just looking around, it's like, you You see people walking around like scaredy cats.
We see niggas commenting under celebrity pictures with hard eyes, like a nigga is like really
That
finna get.
scares me.
That's like that. Like I've seen some real manny shit on TikTok, bro. Like I used to be like you. I didn't really like TikTok at first, but then I hopped on TikTok.
Now.
Yeah, I hopped
on
on the TikTok wave, bro. I got like 700
TikTok
views.
Funny
I was
as
like,
hell, bro. I be on TikTok now.
It was a little joke.
But
the nigga was like,
how would y'all feel? How are y'all gonna feel? How are you going to react when some of the female listeners of the podcast say that y'all may feel kind of resentful, kind of bitter, cause like, and maybe even in ways a little bit spiteful towards women.
It's funny you say that because like at the end of the day, I still love women. I just see you guys for who you guys are now. You know, I used to think of you guys as being like, you know, I used to pedestalize you guys. I used to think you guys were just, you know, you guys should be running the world and, you know, hella shit like that. Like I won't say like, I'm not going to say like a black woman isn't God as of right now because, you know, you guys still do shit that, you know, we can't do. But all I'm going to say is that we are equal, you know, on a sense of just like, you guys have your roles, we have our roles, you know.
But when you say you see someone for who they are, doesn't that mean that's kind of like unmasking somebody?
Yeah.
It's kind of like painting somebody out to be the bad guy in a sense. You would say women are kind of like the bad guys of your story?
I wouldn't even say that. I would say like I feel like it's like this. A lot of people put it like this. When people first heard of Malcolm X, they used to think of like this militant, like evil like version of Martin Luther King, but once you really amassed him and like saw for who he was, like he had good sides to him. He was doing it for not only was he doing it for a good cause, but at the end of his life he became more like he became more like Martin Luther King than Martin Luther King was at the time that he died. You know, because Martin Luther King became, you know, more militant, or not militant, but more radicalized at the end of his life. So what I'm saying is like women are just like, you guys have your flaws, but you guys also have, you know, the parts that, you know, that we love and, you know, we adore. So,
Joey, how do you feel?
I feel like you have to, like, women will call you bitter and stuff like that, but you can't let it knock you off of what you're doing, because a lot of this stuff.
You want a spare rib?
No, I'm good.
All right.
But like a lot of times, you can't keep moving in life the same way, because if I kept moving in life pedestalizing women and making them and acting as if they're better than me, I'm gonna keep getting my heart broken. And I'm gonna not know why. At least now I know why. I know how I messed up. I can take accountability for how I messed up and what I did wrong. And you can call it bitter all you want, but it's kind of like it's the truth, you know? And I feel like sometimes in the red pill, sometimes they try to dehumanize women a little bit. That's kind of my perspective. They kind of dehumanize and act like women don't have feelings and stuff like that. But that's not true. Women do have feelings.
They're emotional creatures.
And that's
why
like,
they are.
You can't just treat them like shit, like a lot of the red pill dudes will have you trying to do. Just treating them like they're not humans, because they have feelings, and love is a good feeling. You know, that's why people do pedestalize women, because love is a good feeling. It's good to have. If it makes you feel good inside, you know, having someone you can trust, there's nothing like that. So, like you can move a different way, you know, when you're on the red pill, but you can't let it consume you. You can't let it consume you. Once you let it consume you, you're kind of on a bad path, because no ideology is 100% correct. Every ideology has their own flaws.
That's why you gotta mix them.
You know, you have to mix it together.
Mixology.
Who y'all know that's just red pill? Yeah, y'all know anybody who's just red pill overdose, red pill OD? Any red pill OD stories?
I know a dude who just does like this many shit.
Let's call him Lightning McQueen.
So Lightning McQueen, he kind of took like a real weird turn with it. Like, he knows all the red pill shit, and so he hates black women.
No, I'm not gonna say he hates black women. I'm not gonna go.
I won't say he hates black women. I think that he just sees black women as like, I think he just like sees black women as like they just don't fuck with him.
Why does he
Because they don't give him a time of day. They don't give him a time of day.
Does he actually be stepping, or does he try to be a DM soldier?
He used to,
No,
but then
I
like
mean,
in the field, like, yo, what's up?
he used to, but like
no, wait. You know what we're talking about?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, he's. I know exactly what his thing is. He looks at this stuff like he's always kind of felt like this, you know. Always kind of like why are women like this, you know? But the red pill was kind of like it reaffirmed what he already believed.
It was like a catalyst.
So it made him damn near hate him, even though he doesn't.
Yeah,
you know, he still wants to mess with girls and stuff, but made him hate him a little more. But at the same time, he still has beta tendencies.
Yeah,
He still has those tendencies that make girls not want to mess with him. You know, certain behaviors on social media, certain things that he says.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of messing him up.
I
but
think
in
it's
terms,
even how he acts, to be honest, because sometimes it's like, you know, he'll damn near have female orbiters, but they're like not aroused by him.
I wouldn't say orbiters. They're just friends.
it's friends, I guess.
Yeah, just friends.
Yeah, he's like zoned. He's like in, but like the thing is, like he's so immersed in the zone, like he doesn't even like give a fuck.
Yeah,
but like he's still like it's like they're friends, but he like separatizes the fact that that's not a word, but he separatizes the fact that like they're women and that they're his friends.
So does he get pussy? Cause like, how can you be red pill if you don't get any?
I mean,
Like, he hates black women, but he not hitting white girls.
Nah, he don't really, bro.
Yeah. What y'all think about interracial?
It's cool, bro. Honestly, bro.
I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah, it's just not. It's not. I can't.
I personally wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I can only date a black girl.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel. That's just, I don't know. That's just something in me. I can't see myself dating someone outside of my race.
Yeah,
Like,
I feel like the bond there is like it's like too many things you can't relate with.
I just feel. I think, well, if I'm out in public, think about all the black people gonna look at me crazy. Like, think about all the black, because you know black women outspoken, bro. Like, they see me spread them on my podcast, I pop out with a white chick, bro. What? Like, they're gonna be on my ass in the comment section. What is this nigga talking about? I thought he was he's the black truth.
Yeah,
and I just switch up like that. I don't know. I know one thing's for certain, bro. You fuck with a white girl too long, you don't end up the same, bro. Some of these niggas that got white girlfriends, bro, they not them dudes no more,
bro. Like they become like it's like a nigga who had Oreo chocolate filling, and then that nigga just goes from chocolate filling to like vanilla filling like hella quick. Like, and then you start to see them. Like, I remember this one time, I saw this one dude on social media. Like he had hella long hair. He looked like a real pothead. And like a real black pothead, and then the nigga was like 2 months later, he had a white girlfriend holding a Trump sign. I was like, what?
Your man's was holding a Trump sign?
The man was holding a Trump sign, man.
Like, y'all know this dude? Like,
nah, it was on social media. It was on social media.
Guy?
I was like, what? It's like, what is this, bruh?
I mean, Justin, how do you think somebody can change being in that type of relationship? Do you think it's their views that change, or just like their subtle behaviors that change when they're in that type of interracial relationship?
I don't know. I'd be an asshole and say it, bro. I just feel niggas get real corny. Mm-hmm. Like, you get in that environment too much. Just like, because the social scene is just entirely too different between like white crowds and black crowds. Like,
yeah.
Like, as a real nigga, bro, I'll give myself the title of a real nigga, bro. You would never see me at the function like sipping on White Claws and you know what I'm saying, doing all type of nutty ass shit, banging on the table and shit. I don't know, like, that's just their thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no hater, that's fun, but it's just not fun to me. And then, like, I don't know, it's you know what I'm saying? I'm a black, I don't really like when black people say they hate white people. Yeah, I hate seeing that on social media.
I don't like that either.
I disagree with that entirely, because I got plenty of white friends.
Yeah, I feel like both of us, I went to the same race you went to, Dowd. Both of us have white friends and stuff like that. And I feel like a lot of black people who say that haven't really interacted with white people enough to say, like, they haven't interacted with them like that. So they're like, or the ones they have interacted with were racist. So they're like, I hate white people.
And it be the girls who have white friends who are like the cool white friends.
Yeah.
And they just, I don't know. As if I was a white person, I said this on the record. You could have me on record saying this. If I was a white person and I seen black people on Twitter saying fuck white people, I would be acting a goddamn fool. I'm not gonna lie, I might just say fuck black people.
Yeah.
To be honest.
And like
Tell 'em about
that
the training.
Wait, no, that same type of thinking is why there are racist white people. Because though a lot of racist white people have never seen a black person in their life. They've never talked to one in their life. Yeah. And ignorance breeds fear. When you don't know about something, you're scared of it. Yeah. So they're not around any type of black people, so they're like, oh, they kind of dehumanize. They do dehumanize them. Yeah. And there's that same type of thinking for black people. If you're always saying I hate white people, that gets us nowhere as a society.
Kind of fucks us up, bro.
I feel the same way. I work my job. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's good.
I was saying like I work with in all white communities with like all white and like just more like wealthy communities, and I feel like I'm probably the only real nigga they gonna see in probably their whole childhood. Yeah. To be honest, so it's like I gotta make my impressions. So people, you know what I'm saying, already going to the room, not checking over their shoulders and shit. Cause I think the most fucked part about being black is that you checking over your shoulder for other black people too. You assume any nigga on the street gonna slime you. Man, yeah. I know y'all feel that sometimes.
That's true, bro. That's
any
how
random motherfucker slime you.
That's how I felt at Howard sometimes. When I would walk back from the library at 5 a.m, I would be looking over. And obviously you got to be safe, but the fact that you're looking for a black dude, is kind of like.
I heard niggas was getting robbed at Howard, bro. You got any nigga ever try to get you?
Nah, but yeah, I heard a story of a dude got robbed butt naked one time. What? in front of my hall.
What you mean? Like what happened? Like
I don't know. This is before we got to college. Time? But I heard a nigga got robbed butt naked in front of my hall because my hall was kind of like at the edge of campus. So people would sometimes wait late at night and try to rob a nigga.
That nigga got stripped.
That nigga got robbed butt naked, bro.
Nah, some shit like that happened at Clark too. Like,
for real?
Fuck.
I'm trying to think of who did it. It might have been my nigga Sam or my dude Ken. They was rooming with this dude that we all hate at Clark. I can't put my finger on this nigga name right now. Yeah. I guess he did some annoying shit or he used my homie towel or something. But when he came into the room, bro, my partner jumped off the bed. He a sophomore when we was there last year. So we wasn't in college yet. Yeah. He was a freshman. This is his freshman year. Bro came out the shower butt ass naked. I think he used his soap or something. He did just beating this nigga ass while he naked, bro. People got the video. I ain't never seen the video, but people got the video.
That's crazy. That's many. That's many blood. It
was a few times I've been caught walking around the hall naked though, like, but not naked, but like my RA, like my last few weeks there, I would just walk around in my drawers and shit, like just walk to the water fountain in my drawers, or just walk to the restroom down the hall and shit, cause I don't really care. I live here.
You got. I feel like
I'm in my sandals and my drawers.
Yeah, I feel like niggas be like, just don't give a fuck at a certain point. Like for me, bro, I've been staying at the house. I've been staying at the cribbo. But like, I be going to like niggas' houses and shit, and niggas just really just don't give a fuck. Like I'll be at a nigga house, and this nigga will just be barefoot.
Like you be barefoot in the crib.
I be barefoot in the crib, but not when niggas is out. It was like not when niggas is at my house. Like I probably put some slippers on and shit, but niggas like got their toes out, ain't got their shit did. How do y'all niggas feel about like pedicures and manicures and shit?
I'm with it.
I mean, I ain't got a problem with it, but I've never gotten one before.
My dad used to take me, like, when I used to do taekwondo. I used to do taekwondo when I was, like, from kindergarten to, like, 9th grade. I was literally a belt away from my black belt, but that's another story. But, probably, like, once a week or every other week, he'd take, because it was a nail salon right down the street. We'd go to taekwondo, and I'd go get my nails done. We'd go home, like, it feels good. Like, you feel real. Yeah. Like, it's relaxing as fuck. And they scrub you, you feel good. Yeah, it feels good as hell. And then like, it's just lit. It's. I feel like if you're a nigga and you don't cut your nails, bro, like, I don't know what's wrong with niggas, bro. People say that shit is weird or gay or something. I don't know. I don't see what's gay about that shit.
Honestly, usually it's women who really be doing the feet, bro. So just think about this: you having a woman rub on your feet, blood. Like,
There's nothing weird about that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, if anything, that's hella masculine in my opinion. You have a woman
kind of
catering to you.
Yeah,
exactly. You have a woman catering to you, rubbing your feet, bruh. Like, making sure you
$30.
get right. Exactly.
For $30.
Exactly, bruh.
It's a deal,
Bruh. And you get to wash them and shit. Like, they'll probably be talking their shit like in Vietnamese or some shit, but you know, you just watching them and shit, just be like, get that shit right. Hey, don't forget that nail right there.
Okay, you're going overboard.
Y'all do happy ending? Happy ending massage?
I have never gotten a massage, actually. I actually kind of, I want to get a massage, but at the same time, like, I heard them shits is like $200 for a day.
I think my mom have a lady that come here sometimes. Every once in a while, I think they come here for like $100.
Yeah.
Just like like an hour and a half session.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get me a massage.
Happy
it's a
ending?
spot in Berkeley niggas told me about.
It's on Albany. It's in Albany.
$100 for a happy end and then jerk your shit off at the end. Joey, they jerk your shit under the table. They said the massage is $40, but you gotta slip them an extra $60 to get the hand job. You gotta slip them an extra $60 at the end. She'll like apparently it's like you pay $40 for the massage and then like if you want to get jerked off,
like
she'll be like tip me more,
yeah.
tip me more, tip me more, and you just gotta throw her like about 100's worth.
What kind of black market shit is this, nigga?
No, cause it's hella funny. Cause like in high school, I went to Albany. Fuck Albany, but I went to Albany and I was on Solana one day and I was with my homie Abel. And I think I was with my homie Zane, but we were with some other dude too. He was like, we walked past the spot, and he was like, "Hey, did you hear about this spot? They got shut down." I was like, "Why did the massage place get shut down?" This is before like I had known about like the happy ending shit. And he was like, "Nah, bro, like they had prostitutes back there and shit." And I was like, "Prostitutes?" He was like, yeah, nigga, they was like fucking niggas back in the back seat.
Yeah.
That was on Solano?
Yes.
Bro, that's right by St. Mary's,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
We ain't know. Ain't none of us knew about that.
Niggas would have got a two.
Ain't none of us knew about that, bro. Bro, none of us knew about that.
Bruh.
We would be everywhere in Solano, but we ain't go to no massage place or whatever.
Would have never thought. Who would have ever thought?
See, now that's some real black market shit. That's like that speakeasy shit in the 1920s, bro. You know, like nice little secret back room. You know, like
what's the password, nigga?
Y'all drink?
You said what?
Y'all drink?
I used to, but I don't really fuck with alcohol like that no more, man.
Not really.
Yeah, I mean, the alcohol is pretty interesting. It like brings out a different person. It's like I remember when I went to Howard. God. This nigga had the baby.
When'd you go to Howard?
I went to Howard for homecoming in 2019. This was like
freshman year.
This is freshman year. This is last
year. Yeah. So I went out there for all the wrong reasons. I say I went out there for all the wrong reasons. But I got some of the things I wanted, bruh. I got some of the things.
What'd you
when
get?
I went to Yard Fest, I got a couple numbers, bruh. But I was expecting to come back the next year so I could just be like, all right, so what you doing? Like, you know, cause bruh, girls be the most active during homecoming. I promise you. Like we was in the crowd and I was just, you know, just like, it was like the baby or some shit. And, oh no, it was corrupt. And that nigga was singing, or no, it wasn't corrupt. It was whatever the nigga name that like do the back that thing up. So that nigga came on, he performed that song.
That's kind of hard.
And I had like probably about 2 or 3 just bouncing on me. It was crazy. I had a lot of fun that day, but I was in a different element.
When this dude, I think was you crossed? Was you high and drunk, or you just drunk?
I think I was just crossed. I was crossed.
When this dude was crossed, I felt like I was this nigga's dad. Like this dude, like legit had no type of control over himself at all. Like I felt like I was a parent. Like I feel like this was a preview to parenting.
Hey, I was in a different plane, different universe, bro. Like I was floating on my feet, bro. Like I was like, I remember because like the motherfucking Omegas, they were there and they were like they were trying to do their dance and shit, and I was just like in the fucking way. Bruh. And them niggas was like they was like move, and I was like, oh man,
that shit happened to me too, bro. That shit happened. My first day of school, my first day at Clark, bro. Or it was probably the second day, honestly, because the first day I was outside, but I wasn't really getting in on the festivities because I didn't know nobody yet.
Yeah.
But the second day, by that time, my roommate had moved in, so like we had hit the yard. It was like it was like a whole block party, literally. Like the way Clark said it, it's like just one long ass street, one long ass promenade, go all the way into Morehouse. So Morehouse all the way down to the end of Clark is like one street, and it just be hella streets, like, you know what I'm saying, like
in between,
kind of like a spine. You know, kind of like a spine with a rib cage. That's how the streets was. And like
dope.
they did use like a whole, like, I don't know, a fucking rib cage or whatever.
Yeah.
And for like the party, and then I was just chilling there. I was damn near sober. I just like brought my pen down to school. I took my pen, took 2 emergency cards just in case I couldn't find a good plug quick enough. And I was just out the cart, bro. I didn't know what the hell was happening. I just heard some niggas on some whoo. You know what I'm saying? Jumping and shit, dancing and spinning in circles, and with the boots, I was clacking and shit. And like they was coming closer to me, but I was just seeing what's happening. I'm like, bro, what they running up on me for? I was damn near about to like, I don't even know. I did not know what was about to happen. And then some cute dog girlfriend damn near like grabbed me by my hoodie and was like, "What you doing?" They think you must be new here or some shit. And she heard me talk. She's like, "Yeah, you're definitely not from here." I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much. It's my first day." And I was like, "Yeah, welcome to the
Atlanta,
South.
Welcome to the
Welcome
South.
to HBCU."
Bro, that's why I'm transferring. I'm transferring to spring, bro. And my top. My top three is either somewhere in LA, like near Leimert Park, but the other 2 is Clark and I wanted to go to Howard, but it's probably looking like North Carolina A&C.
NCAT.
Yeah,
I've been hearing tales of NCAT. Like that was a mythical place back in school. I don't know why everybody would be like NCAT the biggest school. NCAT got the bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Truthfully, if I would switch HBCUs, I don't know if I'm going back to Clark. I don't know. I have no clue what my plan gonna be in the future.
Yeah.
But if I would trade schools, I would honestly probably go to damn near FAMU or NCAT.
Yeah, FAMU. I was thinking FAMU too.
FAMU crazy.
Bro, I've been seeing like hella TikTok, like, you know, females, and they be fine, bruh. And I'm just like, I'm not like, you know, finna be like idolizing them, but I feel like
The
this
beta
is a
coming out. The beta coming out.
I feel like
It be coming out.
It be coming out sometimes.
It be coming out.
Every nigga have.
It's gonna sneak through, man.
Hey, as long as the females don't see it. But anyway, I feel like there's a top 5 places for females, like, you know, just best looking females. It goes Texas.
Texas is number 1 or number 5?
It's number 1. Texas number 1.
Number
Houston.
1 in the.
Yeah.
I ain't been to Houston.
Houston.
I got a girlfriend. Let me just say that. I know she gonna listen to my shit. Think I'm talking about other bitches. I'm not. So
it goes.
And even if they is bad, shit, that's your problem. Nah, I'm playing. You know, I'm just playing. What you said?
It go Houston. It go Houston. Then it go. Damn, we were just talking about this. I think I said New York. No. I said Florida, and then Houston, New York.
You say Houston, Florida,
New York. It was another place that was like underrated.
This is just underrated because I feel like California is 1 or 2.
Honestly, no, bro. I'm sorry, but I don't think
I was in LA 2 weeks ago, bro. It was a lot of pretty girls in that motherfucker.
But they all got fake asses though.
It was a lot of fake asses. I won't lie to you. It was a lot of fake asses, bro. I seen a lot of fake bubble butts. I seen a lot of fake titty jobs, but that's just because the money's out there. And you know, when you're a rich nigga, you gonna customize her. Like, fuck it, like
spend 10 bands on this real quick.
If you gonna get this unknown bitch from Ohio and ship her out here, you might as well customize her like it's a GTA garage. But
pimp my ride, bro.
I feel like regardless or not, I feel like this is how I see beauty in society. The most beautiful women are attracted to the guys at the top of the food chain, the guys with the money. So the richest cities is always going to have the most beautiful women, the most beautiful daughters.
That's true.
This is how it's going to be. That's why I feel like you can never take LA out like the top 1-2 cities.
That is true.
In terms of badness. Like the sun is out, like people is tanned out here. People, it's competition. Like if it's bad females, other girls not gonna want to get fat, get lazy. You're not gonna get selected.
Hey, that's hella true,
gonna
bro.
get chose.
They're gonna have that competition anxiety.
Yeah.
I think like I know y'all been watching Kevin Samuels. I'm not gonna lie. I think the reason why dating this, I'm just speaking as an outsider. My dating in the black community is on a perfect track record.
Yeah,
right now.
I would say I won't say perfect, but I do prefer a black woman before anything, honestly.
I'm just saying, me and my black woman is straight.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, as an outsider looking in
cool.
at the black dating, at the black dating community,
yeah,
I think the competition is just at an all-time low. I just feel like that's why people's having so many problems. That's why Kevin Samuels blew up like he did, because people not trying.
What do you mean by like
what do you mean like there's no competition?
Like who on whose party is not trying,
bro? When I was going to school, I was so juiced to see it was damn near an 8 to 9 to 1 ratio of females to men.
Yeah.
Half the ratio was fat bitches. No offense, bro. No offense. That's just the way America's set up right now. That's what I mean when I say there's no competition. There's no people are like men nowadays is so crazy. They'll fuck anything walking, bro.
That's true.
So
that's
true. So like shit like that was okay. I'll be in the cafeteria eating my fake pizza. Everybody said the pizza was fake. The cheese would be slipping off, and I'm hearing Precious talking about the nigga she just snuck into her room last night. I'm like, who is this nigga, and get him away from me? Like I'm like I truly and there's nothing against fat women. I just feel as a dude who I'm not high value, but I'm saying high value in training.
Yeah.
So I got
high value in training. Yes,
I got a pretty
exactly.
raised value. I got a job. I'm gonna give me another car. I'm doing something. As a man who's doing something, it has a little side thing. I do my podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like I have the right to say I don't really like that type of breed. And
feel like
the
anybody
attitude
does.
as well. I really agree with Kevin when he says like the don't need no man type of attitude, because then it makes men expendable. That's why people are even having red pill moments because people want to make things equal and it's not. Like if you the nigga that has the key that crack every lock, that's cooler than the lock that gets opened by any key.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I feel like when you that nigga, bro, like everything's there, so you got the selection. Like you can select. But now it feels like, the key doesn't really have any power because it can't find the right locks.
Nah, I mean, I feel like human nature always gonna win out in the end. Animal nature always gonna win out in the end. Cause I used to be an anti-science dude.
Yeah.
But the more I get into this YouTube dating scene and looking at how people interact on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And seeing how people choose one another. I'm really into believing in the whole primal existence of how people interact because it's really as simple as this. Like if you you know what I'm saying, you just come across the right way and it's always gonna be this. The big fish, the lion with the biggest mane, these are the people that get their first selection. It's still like that.
I still eat.
The lion with the biggest mane gonna eat. The trickle down effect, that shit is all still very well
facts
in here, and people, and we still living in the animal mindset. But I feel like it's switched because now it's like the lionesses of the pride are picking the men.
Yeah,
and that just
that's
feels,
what I was trying to say.
The energy feels really backwards.
That's not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Energy feels backwards to me. I'm not judging nobody for living their life being your own single woman. I'm cut. I have no place to speak on it.
I just have one question. I have one question for the listeners. Where do you guys think gender roles came from? I don't mean I know that's a really touchy subject, but I don't think that they just came from nowhere.
Yeah, it's just
I feel like there's a natural reason. I just feel like some people started to abuse their roles and start to feel try to belittle people, and the domination just comes into effect after a certain point. So people get sick and tired of being submissive. You're just gonna get constantly dominated.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was taking the other day, like about a week ago, maybe I crashed my car going to work.
Yeah.
And basically my shit is total, so they gave me a settlement amount. I came today to clean up my car.
Yeah.
And me and my girl was in the car, and honestly, I kept it 100 with her. I was like, cause I ain't been having, cause my job been giving me too many hours nowadays.
Yeah.
And I ain't got that much in my account. I was thinking I had certain bills I need to pay, this and that.
Yeah.
And I kept it 100 with her. I was like, I really do not feel like a man when you going half on me with shit all the time.
Sheesh.
And we like it feels good when your girl buys you things sometimes, but only when it's like
you can afford
sometimes
it.
thing.
Like
if she buying me things and I can afford it, then it's like cool and it's like we in on it together.
Yeah.
But when you down bad, it feels like I don't even deserve to have you at this point. Like, because if you a real man, I feel like that shit you gonna feel disrespected by that.
You gotta be able to take care of your own. You know, it's like you gotta be able to take care of yourself. Like I was just having this conversation with this nigga today. I was like, men are supposed to hold themselves accountable.
Accountability. I feel like a lot of men don't really hold themselves accountable for anything. I feel like a lot of men always need to be told what to do and not just do it.
Hey, shut up, dog. What are you saying?
I feel like there's like a certain level of accountability that men need to have, whether that may be like working out, just having some type of discipline. And a lot of men don't have that. I didn't have that until quarantine. Yeah, I had to build the stuff for myself. I had to look deep within inside myself and realize what do I need to do to improve in my life. Because once that discipline comes, that self-respect follows. And once you have that self-respect, other people begin to respect you. Because and I noticed a lot of times in high school, I wasn't as respected as much. You probably went through the same thing.
Oh yeah,
I
have no respect.
Yeah. Like but people knew who you were at your school.
I remember asking people. I mean, to interject. I remember asking people some days, like, "Do you take me serious or as a joke?" Some niggas seriously thought they took me for a joke. Like,
yes.
Like exactly. I was not gonna do nothing with my life and my existence.
It's crazy.
Exactly. And people might like respect you as like a friend. You're like, okay, yeah, I'm cool with him, but they don't actually respect you. And that's something that I went through in high school. People in my core friend group. I think people outside of my group probably respected me because I used to speak a lot at my school. But my core friend group, they used to disrespect me all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
That got me right. Niggas calling me fat all the time.
Yeah.
Saying I ain't got no bitches. That shit got
people used to call me goofy and silly until I was the president of BSU and really told niggas like what to do.
Yeah.
But even then I still wasn't, alpha. I still had niggas like I was still questioning
pulling
myself.
Your card,
exactly. I was
like
like people was trying to like lead like the little meetings and shit. I was just like, nigga, I'm the president. I'm supposed to be doing this shit.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, real alphas don't have to do that.
But I feel like that's what it ties into when I say like human nature always wins. Like discipline is something that you needed to have in order to survive as an ancient human.
Yeah.
You need to have set schedules. You need to go check your traps at this time. You need to be sure to have your food ready by this time of the season. You need to keep your body in shape. You got to keep your family right. You got to keep building your house because it's crazy weather. It's crazy shit. You using basically wooden planks, so shit gonna fall apart. It's all types of shit you got to think about all the time. Yeah. And the more like society is becoming separated from nature, the more innovative they make things out to be, like your phone and shit. It's just breaking down the walls of discipline. Yeah. And you notice the people at the top is the most disciplined people. Yeah. The people you hear the craziest stories about, like niggas are running off pure adrenaline, waking up at 6 a.m, going to sleep at like 11 or 12, like doing shit like that. Those are the niggas who are winning. And that's and like shit really is shit human nature, bro. Like that's what shit always gonna win. Like Michael Jackson said, bro. No cap.
And no, that's so true. Discipline is so underrated. Discipline and integrity. Integrity is damn near my favorite word now. I will use that stuff for anything because it's so real. It's having integrity as a man, like saying something and actually saying something not to yourself and actually following that is so crucial to accomplishing stuff in your life because no one is gonna hold you more accountable than in yourself. And I feel like that with anything. You have to You have to have that discipline and integrity if you really want to go far.
Do what you say.
Do what you say, because like no one's gonna take you serious if you don't even believe what you're saying. That's why when I talk to people, I talk in a certain tone because I believe what I say. I feel like I have a right to believe in what I say.
Yeah.
You know, I research things, I read things, you know, I've put a lot of work into this stuff. You're not gonna tell me how to think when you don't even know why you think what you think. You don't even know why you think this way.
You don't even
and you're trying to tell me to think a certain way. That's not how I'm gonna live in my life. You know,
if you can't be questioned on your beliefs, then why do you believe it?
You know? You know, and I'm thankful that I have friends in my life who are able to challenge my beliefs and friends who push me. I feel like it's a lot of dudes out here, a lot of friend groups who none of them be doing shit, and they just
the only
like,
bond they have is playing video games. Or some
yeah,
shit,
like they don't push each other. Like all my friends are doing something. I'm gonna shout them out: Akil, Trent, Xavier, all Josh.
Get all the shout outs, bro.
Like Toby, like they all doing something.
Tobes. Young Tobe.
Like Toby got it. Nah, I'm not gonna expose him, but he is successful in what he does. He's trying to keep it low key.
What? Can you speak on it a little bit? I don't know what he's doing.
He has a YouTube channel.
Yeah, okay, it's on the low. He ain't dropping yet.
He has a fan base, but what he does, he wants to keep it low key. He doesn't want a lot of people to know. So I'm trying to respect that. But like Trenton is doing like a little venture capitalist fund for Yale. Akil's rapping. Xavier is acting. He got a blue check. He writes plays. He raps. Yeah. Like Michael right here, he's making an album. His album's gonna be releasing soon, bro. My friends.
Set your fucking calendars.
Like set your calendars. The Labyrinth of Eden.
Do we got a release date?
We ain't got a release date.
Well, just set your calendar.
Yeah.
Just set that shit. Set a reminder every morning. Check for Michael's EP.
Exactly. Yes, that stuff is beautiful. That album is beautiful. You guys are going to be shook when y'all hear that.
It's a whole adventure. Go get you.
But that's why we ain't dropped it yet, because it takes too much. It's not ready. It's not ready.
Yeah, it's not ready. You guys are just not ready.
Y'all gonna bust it up when you hear it, but
on every song.
But this is why. But to make something good, the shit takes time.
It does.
Why do you think niggas podcast for 2 hours, bro? Because it's gonna take a little bit of while to at least get one good soundbite.
Exactly.
We've had a whole hour. We've had a whole hour and 10 minutes of good soundbites because we're just like that. Sorry, Spur to Lotus. We gonna give you hits on hits.
On God.
Like we haven't stopped. That's the thing. Like
we're not going to stop.
You won't stop me.
Who can?
And I feel like that's something that every man should have, you know, just that will to keep going no matter what. It's for me personally, when I was trying to lose weight, it was times where I would be like, am I really doing the right thing? Is what I'm doing correct? What I need to do better? But I just kept at it. I just kept going every single day. You know, I had that motivation.
How much weight did you lose?
Like 40, 50.
Damn.
Like
our boy used to be hefty.
In a short time too. It was really just about like over the summer. Really, it started a pandemic. End of the summer.
Yeah, like
that was about the transfer. That was about the hyperbolic time period.
Yeah, I told myself at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of 2020, I wrote a note to myself in my notes that like I'm gonna do this shit this year because it was on New Year's Eve, 2019. Everybody who I interacted with had called me big in some type of way. And I'm like, this is not who I want to be no more.
Like while you was at the New Year's party, you was like, damn, everybody in this motherfucker done got one on me.
No, it wasn't even that. Like when I got a haircut, like my barber called me like Big Joe and stuff like that. and you know, and that type of stuff, I'm like, okay, I'm used to being big in my life. I'm used to this. I used to be a lineman in football. I was a lineman in football. But I'm not playing football no more. I'm done. I need to step up and lose this shit because I'm tired of this shit, you know? I'm tired of the lifestyle that I'm living. I'm tired of sometimes when people see a fat dude, they automatically lose some type of respect for me.
No, it's true.
Just true. Like no matter what you do, people look at a fat dude and don't want to take
weight. I lose a shred of respect just because I know that. I lost weight. The reason why I lost weight, bro, as funny as it sounds is because niggas was roasting me, but I realized the only thing niggas could really roast me on was that I was fat.
That's exactly how I was feeling,
I was
bro.
like, okay, if this is the one thing y'all got on me, what's going to happen in my life once I do this? What's holding me back at this point?
Yeah.
That's what it was for me. I was like, if the only thing y'all could roast me on is that I'm fat and ugly, by losing weight and gaining muscle, you become more attractive.
Yes.
That's just how it is.
Yes. And that's exactly how I was feeling. Like, people used to roast me because I didn't have my license. I have that now. People used to roast me because I was fat. Because I'm not fat anymore.
License and fat, bro. That's it. That's all they. That's
what they used to roast me about. And now that shit is gone. Like, I drive wherever I can do whatever I want now. Y'all can't say shit to me. And that's even what one of my friends said. He was like, "There's nothing to roast you about no more. Like, there's nothing that we can shit on you for. You've done everything that we said that you." I'm not gonna say they couldn't do, but what I was lacking.
You wouldn't do.
They thought I wouldn't do that. You know, like, my friends are shook. They're like, "Damn, like, you did all this, and like in less than a year." Cause
you probably got them in check.
Yeah,
cause I seen shit Joey doing this. I might be slacking.
You know, and I'm glad. Like, I'll post shit on my story about working out, and I'm glad I can like motivate people. It's people who I've motivated who I didn't even know I was motivating. You know, they swipe up on my story and be like, bro, like, you really helped me. You know, do whatever I want to do. You know, like, in the beginning of quarantine, I was working out every night. I still work out every day, but I was working out at night. I would be working out at like 2 a.m. sometimes. That's how motivated I was. I was working at 2 a.m. no matter what. I was going to do my workout. And one of my friends told me,
you was up at 2 a.m. because niggas was playing team up.
No. No, you don't remember this, but I took a break from team up for a few months.
Shit. I was blowing your phone, bro. This nigga, Mike, damn near blocked my number for a minute. Like, he would not answer my... Michael, we used to play 2K, bro. In 2K, it's a game mode called Team Up. Like, you get 10 friends on the mic, and everybody talk shit, bro. It's toxic. Like,
toxic as hell.
Anybody you could think of in there, just calling each other any type of name you could think of, any type of roast, like niggas will hold the mic to their mouth like, Joe, you fat bitch. Like, it would be like, think about the most toxic shit you could say, bro. Like, at any point in time, just let it off. And you playing the game, it'd be like 5-7 game series, so you're playing for literally 3 hours.
You're playing all night. You're playing all night. You know.
And then this nigga just damn near one day, like, I don't know. I think y'all took a tough loss. It was a real tough loss. Like, it was like, and it shouldn't have happened. Like, when you put me and Dwight on the same team, like, usually you expect a loss because it's two trash talkers, two dudes who really don't even be hooping like that in the game. Like, and like, it happened. We beat their ass. Joey's like, I'm off this shit, bro. I'm off this shit. I was trying to call this nigga for months, but I was calling Tori to get at him. And I was blowing his shit up. And when he wouldn't answer the phone, I'm like, yo, Tori, go talk to your brother. And it came to the point where it was like she would answer the phone. No, I was calling about and be like, bro, he not gonna do it. He not gonna do it, bro. Like, he not gonna turn the game on.
Nah. I took a break for a minute because for me, I knew that I couldn't play with y'all at night because that's when I was working out. Yeah. So for that few months period from like, I think it was like April, May, and June, that's when I was working out at night. But then I realized that I had to work out earlier because I would like, my energy wasn't as high at night. I feel hella drowsy and shit. I'm like, damn, I gotta keep doing this shit. So I started working out like in the middle of the day and stuff like that. And then I started playing with y'all again in August.
Yeah, nighttime workouts is weird because, you know, when it's pushing that like your bedtime type area, and like you could do more if you were up more, but it's like you just a little sluggish.
Yeah, I be doing 100 push-ups a day. I know it's not like,
it's just fun.
You know,
everybody got to start somewhere.
Exactly. I've been, you know, every 3 months I be adding on another thing to the workout. So like in March, I'm gonna start doing sit-ups. Probably do like 100 sit-ups a day, then 200 push-ups, and then the next month I'll probably add on like crunches or some shit. Or not crunches, but like probably add on like another like consistent amount of like I don't know, probably like dumbbells or some shit. But like it's every like 3 months, cause like every like on this like this next year I've been like, so it's everything is gonna be spiritual, physical, and mental. So I'm gonna be either reading 2 books 1 month, and then like that's the mental part, and then spiritually I'm gonna try to do something spiritually every month. So like, but like it has to be a cycle. So I kind of like did it for like every season. So like, even though I'm doing only 100 push-ups like every day, at that 2:00 hour, it's just like, do I really want to do these push-ups? Like, but you gotta hold yourself accountable.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't do this, I'm not gonna be the man that I want to be.
Yeah, I mean that's why I told you a routine is important. You have to
Yeah.
have a routine, something that you're like. I have my Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Wednesday workout. You know, I have a routine, so I don't fall off of that.
Yeah.
So you gotta instill that routine, so you can have something in the back of your mind, like I gotta do this shit. And even though I was working out at like 2 in the morning and stuff, I was still working out for 2 hours each day, from like 12 to 2, the 1 to 3.
Fuck, my bad.
That's good. And like, it used to mess up my sleep. I used to go to bed at like 6 in the morning.
God,
like deep in quarantine.
I remember because I would call this nigga.
Jeez.
I was going to
call
bed
this
at
dude-
6. I could not go to sleep.
I would call this dude at like 1 o'clock, and this nigga would still be like upset that I called this nigga because this nigga was knocked the fuck out.
When? You talking about at 1 in the morning? Like 1 p.m.?
No, 1 p.m.
Oh, yeah.
I would call this nigga at 1 p.m. and this nigga would be pissed because I'm like, nigga, it's the middle of the day. What are you doing?
Nah, bro. I used
It's like,
to be
I'm
up hella
asleep,
late.
bro. Leave me alone.
Yeah, but I'm not getting back on the team up shit. I had to stop playing for a minute because for me, like in team up, I felt like I wasn't the man sometimes. I felt like because when I play with my regular homies, like in the park, I got like a 70%. I got a 70% win percentage. You know, like when I hop in the park, I'm that nigga. But when I was playing team up, I felt like I had to take a back seat sometimes, you know, especially at guard. I wasn't really good at guard. Like guard, I'm not really an aggressive scorer in 2K like that.
Yeah. What's your park build?
In 2K, I'm not playing park this year, but
I'm saying like what would it be?
year,
Like everybody got the shit they make every year.
Oh, like a power forward, like a power forward who can dribble though.
Okay.
Like a playmaker type of player, but not like a guard.
But
someone
point forward.
But someone who can play defense. Defense is important for me in a player. You got to be able to play defense, guard all 5 positions.
Would you coach like in the future?
Probably not. I don't know. I'm so far removed from basketball. Like, but
I still had that dream.
But when I started playing with y'all again in August, like, you know, I was a center. You know, I used to go crazy. Like my teams would never lose. My teams would never lose. But I hop back on for like 3 weeks and I won like 14 rings or some shit like that.
We just count those shits up, bro. I remember, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That might have been like the prime, like the end of summer, like the prime of summer. Like just hop on, couldn't wait to get on. Like, God.
Nah, that shit used to be fun, bro. It used to be fun just waiting.
Crazy.
You know, everybody hopping in the party, everybody talking shit or whatever. That shit was fun.
It's gonna pop back off when everybody get the PS5. I'm guessing. It's just
Yeah.
like it's weird how in today's world everybody want to hold value over something. Like just put the shit on every shelf. Like you don't need to like stall production and drop PS5s every other week and everybody's jack off hour. Like it doesn't make any logical sense. Like why would you not just sell it all and just have stragglers who just like kids who are growing up. Like there's always gonna be kids growing up who want a console. So it's like let the stragglers get the rest, but just stock the shelves. It don't make sense to me. Like everybody want to have some shit that's rare. Everybody want to be like a Supreme type shit.
And y'all niggas,
Like,
y'all
it
got
just
the
be
money.
Macy's.
Yeah.
Be Macy's.
Nah, bro. I know what you're saying though, especially about like not everybody got a PlayStation 5, so it's kind of dry right now. I haven't been playing. I don't really play 2K like that because I don't feel like grinding a player. I hate
game. You a Madden nigga?
Yeah. I hate grinding 2K now. It's just annoying because I've been playing 2K for a minute, bro. I've been playing Park since 2K15. You know you got to grind a player, all that type of stuff.
But 21 to grind is easy. The badges came so quick.
I mean, I don't even know. I hate thinking about it. I hate even thinking about grinding again. I hate even thinking about having to sit up in my career and do that shit all over again.
The thing is, you won't, bro. If you have a build, where you can do a lot in like the rec and still like get your badges, like me, like I got a power forward that like basically is 6'7" power forward that can fucking dribble, spam, and speed boost.
Yeah, I got a player like
I got my point forward, but you could get all the badges just playing the game, like. And I hit my career just for some quick cash, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just a quick VC.
Yeah.
And it, you know, turn the difficulty down. You know how this shit go.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop back on eventually in the summer because that's like the prime for 2K. It's like that little summertime period. So
too much free time.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna hop back on during that time. But right now, I don't know. Every year it's like this for me in 2K. It's like one dry spell where like Madden is king for me. I'm just playing Madden a lot.
Everybody has that.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna hop back on. Like I've put like $90 into the game because like the game itself cost $70. Then I spent 20.
Jeez.
Then I spent 20 for some VC. So I've already put some money in.
You gonna put money on VC, Mike?
I did put VC. I put VC on the Switch, bro.
He don't even be
What
playing.
the fuck?
He don't even be playing 2K like that though. He not even a 2K nigga.
What the fuck? You about 2K on the Switch? Who you think he was gonna play with?
I didn't think I was playing with nobody, honestly.
He used to be playing by himself.
I just played just because, just the nostalgic, sake of it, because like I remember coming up, like I never really got the PS4. I got the PS4 hella late, like I want to say like probably like 3 years ago. And so by that time, everybody's just like damn near pro at it.
That's not even that late. Because I got mine about sophomore, junior year. Too.
I got mine like senior year.
Okay,
Yes.
That is late.
That's pretty late.
I got my shit.
That's pretty late.
I got my shit late. So I was like, it's not even.
For a good second, niggas was still playing. For
yeah,
a while.
yeah, people still playing.
Still running.
Yeah, so I was like, my sister got the Switch, and then so I was like, fuck it, I kind of fuck with the Switch. Switch is kind of cool.
I fuck with my brother's shit.
Yeah, this shit's kind of cool. I used to play what is it called? Borderlands.
I fuck with
Borderlands. Borderlands is cool, and then I got her 2K, and she don't even be playing that, but she be playing Fortnite. So I just like, if you ain't gonna play 2K, I'm finna run the 2K real quick. And so every time she not in the room, I be playing 2K sometimes. And one night I was like, let me just take this real quick. And so I was like, I had that motherfucker for like 2 weeks, and I got my shit up to like 92, and I put like I want to say like $10 on it. And the VC I feel like after you like put in like a little bit, like you put like that tiny bit of VC, like you spend like $10, you spend like $20 on that shit, it starts to like, you don't need VC anymore. Like I feel like it's like required. Why don't they just like be like, okay, this is the set price, you don't need to pay no more?
Wait, but my question is, why the hell are you buying VC when you playing by yourself, bruh?
Well,
Why? Just so you see what I'm saying? Why are you buying VC when you playing my career? Like the only reason people buy VC.
I play Park sometimes.
No, you don't, bro. Stop lying, bro. No, you don't.
No,
you don't.
There's nobody to play with, though.
You don't know nothing about Park, bro. I'm a Park nigga. I'm a veteran, bro. You don't know nothing about that.
You played since 2015, nigga. I expect you to be a fucking veteran.
I am. I'm damn good too.
I expect you to be.
But the reason that people buy VC is because you're trying to like get a leg up on your competition. You trying to get there faster because everyone else is like 90 overall. So you gotta like, you have to buy VC just to compete.
Very much.
And you don't know, you're not competing with nobody. So you can just play micro all willy nilly.
I mean, like, I'm not competing with people I know.
Road to glory type shit. You know, like.
Bro, I don't play.
Y'all, describe your podcast. Describe the show y'all got running right now.
It's everything. So if you just want to listen, honestly, our biggest thing is wisdom. We bring niggas on because we want you to say some shit that you believe in. So like, we bring niggas with different ideologies in. Like we brought Danny on the other week. Then we brought on one of my other niggas. His name's Mateo. We brought on my homie Miles. He's really religious. But we bring in like a spectrum of people just to like have them on for wisdom purposes. Like our biggest thing is just like, when you listen to us, you'll learn something.
Yeah.
What y'all be teaching?
Sometimes lately we've been preaching a lot about spirituality. Like you gotta find yourself in order to live your best life. Like we're doing a spirituality series right now. It's probably like three episodes.
It's 2.
Well, I'm gonna make that third one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 3 episodes, but pretty much everything that we like preach about spirituality will be in these 3 episodes. So, just when we bring people on, it's just like, it's because we want them to have a voice, and I feel like that's the most important part. Like a lot of people just don't feel like they have a voice nowadays, and so it's just like, because like they feel like, you know, you got to be celebrity, you know, in order to have some kind of sway in the world. But like, just by you saying something on like a, you know, like a podcast like ours, like you got your voice out there. You can't say that like nobody's listening. Like there's niggas listening to you now. So
I think one thing about our podcast is we have like authentic conversations with people.
yeah,
No matter, like, you can learn something from anybody, and what we try to preach is things that we feel like we have a good amount of knowledge in. You know, Michael was very knowledgeable in spirituality. He says something he's really passionate about.
yeah,
I'm passionate about, like, for me, passionate about discipline and integrity, something that I've talked about a lot on this podcast, you know, losing weight and stuff like that, eating healthy. So I talk about that a lot. I'm passionate about history. I'll talk about that on the podcast. And there's honestly been a shift in our podcast, starting from the new year, a shift. We used to be focused more on like individual topics.
Yeah,
we,
I noticed that.
we used to just have a certain topic on, and we talk about that for an hour. But me and Michael realized that it's hard to have an authentic conversation about one thing for an hour. Yeah. Like this podcast right now, we've talked about hella stuff.
We're talking about
for how we've been going on. And when you come into a podcast with a topic, it kind of restricts you from going off. You know, it restricts you from going to other things. So right now, what we're trying to do is just talk about whatever, just bring people on and just talk, you know?
It's more about the guests than the topic itself now.
And even when me and Michael do our own podcast together, we might have a certain thing that we're talking about, but we can talk about whatever.
Yeah, we be going
like, even though we're doing spirituality, that's one of our series right now. We can still talk about whatever, and that's not the only thing we're going to talk about. Yeah. We're going to just, like, one of our podcasts a few weeks ago, Politics is Drama, we talked about politics, but we talked about other things in it as well.
Yeah, we ran that motherfucker down. Like, actually, that's a good question for you, bro. Like, how do you see society? Like, why do you think that it is the way it is? Because how we came to it is just like white people or the white man really just fucked everything up.
What do you mean by that?
Like,
no, what do you mean by why do you think society is the way it is? Like, what part of society? Like, everything is society.
Literally everything, like from how a person buys something at the store.
But why wouldn't it be though?
Because back when, like,
it'll always be society. A society is a community.
So like, but there's like different levels of society. So like, there's your community, there's the city, there's the state, then there's a nation, then there's the entire world. But what I'm trying to get at was, like, when I said in the podcast, was that what happened to tribalism? Like, niggas just being like, you know, everything is everything, you know, until, like, but everybody's on, like, the same playing field. Like, yeah, you got the chief, but everybody's, like, you know, on that same playing field. But nowadays, it's like, if a nigga got, like, 100,000, you know, but a nigga who's barely scraping by is, like, it's like, you see them, like, they have hierarchy in, like, the society. So I'm asking, like...
Wait, I'm sorry to cut you off, but... Don't you think it's always kind of been like that though? I feel like even in tribal society, like the stronger man was at the top of the society.
Yeah, but that was the thing. Like, a person had like a goal. Nowadays, like your generation's behind. You can't catch up.
Mm-hmm. That's not true.
Well, I mean, especially for like you know, niggas like us who are now awoken to what's going on in the world. So we have a clear mission. I feel like a lot of people in the world are like in a disadvantage because they don't know what's going on.
Well, responding to your question, I don't feel nothing about society because society is all I know. Yeah. Like, because, I mean, you can't feel a certain type of way. I mean, you can't feel a certain type of way about the way you're living and how you're living, but I've known nothing else. Yeah. Society is practically the same anywhere you go if it's a big city. It's just... I mean, like, how do I feel about the way shit is made up? I don't know. I can't change it. I just know the way my shit is made up. Yeah. It seems like I'm on the track to success. So, I mean, I really, like, I noticed, like, it's probably been like this in every youth generation. Like, every 19, 20-year-old group of people, not like 18, 17 to 21, that age group, there's always going to be a lot of disdain and insurrection just because of like adolescence and stuff, a lot of confusing times. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't really see the point of having disdain for society, having hatred for that shit, just because it's put somebody else down. Like shit, bro. Like I'm black and society puts you down every day, but it's like society's not literally putting me down. I still wake up. I still go to work. I still collect my coins.
Holding you down.
I still post my podcast.
Yeah.
Like people like racist people exist, but ain't no racist niggas by me. That's why I don't really think nothing in society. Like I feel like I'm just at the point like in my existence where it's just a real selfish time for me. Where it's like I'm really only focused on like me. With the shit that's going around me. And I honestly find that shit to be negative in terms of like my interactions with other people and like my friend circles and stuff, because like nowadays like I be seeing this a lot, bro. I just be either at the crib or with my girlfriend or doing a podcast or inviting people over, or inviting somebody over for a podcast. Yeah. Like the ways most people is going to see me nowadays, link up with me, is if we doing a podcast or if it's just some chill shit just for a hot second. Like I don't know. It's a selfish time. Like I just feel like I'm building right now, so I don't really got the luxury to think about what everybody else is doing. Like that's why I feel like that's why Kevin Samuels is so big on girls not being into college and stuff. Like you talking about the PhDs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's because like when you have the PhD, you think everything so introspectually. You make the vision, your vision field, your playing field as big as you want it to be, because you have that much knowledge. You in an introspectual space, and I'm just not in that space right now. Like where I could have disdain or hatred for society. I only see love when I wake up in the morning, just because I know like I'm moving closer to my dreams every day. Like I get a new stream in a new country. Like that's all that matters to me. Like might be one listener, but I got one listener in South Africa. That's about enough for me. So like yeah, in response to your question, I really don't think anything about society, because it's shit all I ever knew.
That's interesting. Because I feel like that's why a lot of people I feel like a lot of people, you know, how they see society is just like, oh, everybody hates it, but like that's the only things you know at the end of the day. But I mean, like at the same time, like there's been like some historical things where like you can't really think outside of like this dimension. Like I don't mean to get into like, you know, like the astrology and shit, but like you can't think into the fourth dimension if you've never even like seen what it is.
What's the fourth dimension?
Like we don't know what the fourth dimension is, like but you can't think of a fourth dimension.
You never been to Shrek 4D?
I've been.
Were you in the movie theater and then Donkey spit at you and shit? That shit is mad fun, like bro. That shit is lit. I guess that's 4D. Is that 4D? Where shit just gets spit at you? Because if that's the case, then we're living in 4D.
Yeah, we're definitely living.
Because I could spit on them. I could spit on somebody right now.
Yeah, we feel. I feel like we're down there like in 5D, because we can hear shit, and you know, we probably have all the senses and shit. So you know, but like that next level, that next dimension, I feel like it's hard to imagine shit that you don't. It's pretty much like the same thing with dreams. Like you can't imagine something that you can't dream about a person that you've never seen. So how you gonna, you know?
Describe your spirituality. Huh? Describe y'all spirituality. Like where are y'all at right now? Like just like what do you believe in, pretty much?
So I'm in the process of forming my own like denomination of Christianity, because I feel like there's a lot of things in the Bible that are not talked about, and I feel like there's a lot of things in the church that people have like corrupted.
So what's in your denomination? What's happening in the Mike Blue chapter?
I feel like you gotta separate, you know, masculinity from femininity in the Bible. I feel like there's a lot of chapters like the book of Luke, the book of Job, the book of Proverbs that are not talked about enough, honestly. You know, or if they do talk about them, they won't talk about the right verses or the right chapters of them. So also with that, like I feel like the stigma behind, you know, a preacher having like a Bentley or having like a really nice car because they're a preacher, and them taking shit out the tithes, I feel like that's kind of corrupted as well. So you know, I don't feel like, you know, taking that tithe and not building a church with it.
You would start your church and be broke?
I mean, that's the thing. Like I would understand that, but like they're taking money that the church is doing outside of the church. So I'm saying like, yeah, maintenance and shit. Like, accept donations and shit. But what I'm saying is don't make people like feel guilty about not giving the money.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like putting a bowl in your face is gonna make you feel guilty whether the pastor is taking the money or not, just cause it's like they got a bowl in your face and they're asking you for money. Like I don't know. I don't really got a problem with a pastor doing that shit. It's his church. Like, if the church itself is a nice church, like the building is right and they doing programs or whatever. Like, basically, my spirituality where I'm at right now, I'm not really attached to any one religion or any one theology, anyone thinking based. Like, just because from what I could grasp from studying like different texts of different religions, different like thought patterns.
It's all the same.
It's all the same. So I don't really, I really align myself with kind of a more universal aspect. So like if I pray, I'm not praying to God. I'm like praying to the energy, like to the universe or something. Like I use God. You could use anything when you're praying. If you like living by my theology, you could. I could be like, dear Allah, or like some shit like that, or you know what I'm saying. And it would work just fine, just because I just believe it's the same thing with a different face.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I feel like I'm a Christian, but I'm not very strong. I'm not like, I don't go to church every Sunday and stuff like that. But I definitely feel like I live the life of somebody, of how God want me to live my life. I treat people right. I'm a good man. I got good morals and stuff like that. But I definitely still have my questions about religion and stuff like that. Yeah. I do believe, but I have my questions, I feel like
questions.
Like just simple stuff like not simple, but like, is God real? And like, is there heaven? Am I going to see certain family members again when I die? Like I do have those questions a lot.
Yeah.
And I've always had them ever since I was younger, and I do want to get in touch more with my spirituality. I want to read more about other religions, like see what they're talking about. I want to read about Buddhism and stuff like that. I feel like that type of
Buddhism.
Yeah,
that's one thing I do want to like talk about is like within my denomination as well. Like you, I feel like Christianity is such like a thing. Like if you're not a Christian, you can get the fuck out. You feel me? Like like they'll try to pull you in. Like you gotta be here. Like don't worry about nothing else. Like just stay here.
But that's just the establishment of the church, though. It's not necessarily the text.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So like within my denomination, it's like
the culture is gonna be more.
It's gonna be different. Open. Like I feel like people are just like you don't associate with Muslims because they're Muslims. But I mean like at the end of the day, they're humans. Like and the thing is like people just don't respect other religions within. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of people just you gotta respect religion for what it is.
What's up, Joel?
Yeah, but no, that's true. People don't respect it for what it is. And another thing, like we was talking about this earlier, people try to hate on Christianity because people will be like, I'm not worshiping that religion because that was a religion that was used to oppress my ancestors for hundreds of years. And I feel like you can't blame that on the religion. You have to blame it on the people who oppressed with it, because the Bible is a book that has a lot of stuff in it, but it can be vague. Like you can misconstrue anything. You can have people believe anything. What's up? Like you can have people believe anything, and you give white people too much power. If you be like, I'm not gonna worship this God because he was used to oppress my ancestors. This is my opinion.
I truthfully believe that whole argument is just retarded, because I just feel as though that's a low vibration, or just a low. You're just not thinking too deep into shit. Like you're not looking at the text with the purpose of getting something out of it. You're just looking at it to see what's wrong with it.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the problem with a lot of motherfuckers today. Niggas try to see what's wrong with something and not what's right about it.
Facts.
Like people, like the thing I see now is like niggas say the Bible hates gay niggas. Where?
Yeah.
Like people say broad claims like that, and like the Bible was used to keep slaves and stuff. Like, but if you look within the context of the Bible, the slaves them niggas are talking about is Egyptian slaves. So it was white, black, Greek, Roman, any motherfucker you could think of is working on that motherfucking Sphinx. It's completely different. You can buy your way out of slavery. It's all types of different things, and it's like everything is applicable to something else. That's why I feel like I like religious text so much. Though it's all the whole point of it is to be interpretive, and everything nowadays is meant to be so literal. So in your face, just because that's the way America is set up, like billboards and phones and shit, it's supposed to be in your face.
I've been waiting to ask you, or either ask you or put you onto this. Have you heard of the show called Midnight Gospel?
Yeah, I was watching that. I watched a few episodes with my girlfriend.
Yeah, I feel like when I first watched it, I was like, this is definitely your wavelength. Because the different topics and different conversations that they're having about Christianity and Buddhism, and like they all seem like they like merge together, and I feel like that's such a thing where it's like you don't have to hate on a person's religion in order to believe in your own.
Yeah.
I hope I don't mean to disappoint you when I say this, but like when I watch TV. I don't know. I feel like Midnight Gospel kind of blindsided me from the fact that it was like an Adventure Time looking show. It was like a podcast masquerading as Adventure Time.
Yes.
So I'm watching it hoping like the niggas, like a bad guy is gonna come out, something's gonna happen, but it's really just the dude and the dude he's interviewing just walking around doing shit.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I liked it through the lens when you look at it through the lens of a podcast. But if I was looking at it as like TV I want to watch, I don't know. But I've been watching that WandaVision shit heavy. I've been pirating the fuck out of WandaVision. That shit is fire, bro. You been watching that WandaVision?
Yes, bro. That WandaVision is crazy, bro. I don't want to get too much into it because this nigga doesn't watch it.
No, I'm going to start. I'm going to watch it.
If you don't have Disney Plus, Google Popcorn Time.
No, I have Disney Plus. I have Disney Plus. I just haven't gotten around to watching it because for some reason, for me, like when I think about watching TV or just movies, I just think of all that time that could be devoted to something else. I guess literally, I haven't watched a lot of movies in my life and shit like that.
Yeah.
The main movie that I've watched is Star Wars because I love that shit. I could watch that shit over and over again. But I just don't. When I think about I never get around to watching shows because I just think I could be doing something else more productive.
Yeah, that gets on me a lot too. That gets on me a lot when I'm watching TV. But honestly, I use TV as like kind of like a wind down. Like I'll watch I'll watch an episode or two of an anime before I go to bed, or like watch an episode or two of WandaVision. Watch an episode or two anything before I go to bed. That's when I watch the what was the show?
Midnight Gospel.
Midnight Gospel. I just tune in to a few episodes and shit before I go to bed.
Yeah, because I mean, when I watch a movie, it's like before I watch it, that's like I'm devoting the next 2 hours of my day to this, and I hate doing that because like I'm kind of like a spontaneous type of person. Like I know what I'm gonna do each day, but it's a matter of when I do it, and if I haven't done that yet and I'm doing something else, it kind of makes me feel like I'm not complete. That's why I don't play video games before I work out.
That's good.
Because I have to. That's what I have to do
Priorities.
first. I'm not gonna play 2K if I haven't finished my work or if I haven't made dinner yet. So. Yeah,
so if I'm really in the mood to do some shit, I will make my best effort to cram everything else in before I end up
doing it,
getting into that shit.
Yeah, I've always been like that. Like in high school, I didn't even play the games during the week because I had other shit to do. Even if I wasn't gonna do my homework, it didn't feel right with me not playing. It didn't feel right with me playing the game if I know if I have work that I haven't finished yet.
I'm a fucking animal, bro. My good habits when it comes to this, I'm still kind of a shitty student. Like just because I never. Since the COVID shit happened, I haven't been able to get like all the way back into school. just because I'm really an in-class student.
Yeah,
And
me
I'm
too.
really, I'm really one of them students where it's like I'm gonna come into class and damn near teach that motherfucker. But like now that I'm not on that, it's just I'm not as motivated to do it. What the hell was I saying?
You was talking about yourself as a student.
Oh yeah, I'll just be cramming. I just be cramming, getting shit done before like I'll lock in and do it. But it's hard to do schoolwork now. That shit is great.
Nah, yeah, it's super hard for me, especially this semester. It's like, bruh.
Oh, this is what I was saying, bro. Back in high school, bro, I didn't used to do none of that shit. My grades were jackass. I wouldn't give a fuck about homework, bro. I would be doing homework. I would just try to get it from somebody before, or like pray I had the plug the night before, or like hope Quizlet had the answers. But that would be bullshit, bro. It would be half the answers on Quizlet, half not. Like nutty.
You getting a 50%, like
Getting
every
50,
time,
bro. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, for me in high school, I was never the student who just sat around, who got home, did their work. I was like, cause I played football, so I would get home. I would be so tired after practice. I'll have to take BART home too, cause I live in San Francisco and I went to school in Berkeley, so I would have to take BART and stuff home. And I would get home, I would just lay down and go to sleep, and I'll wake up at like 1 a.m. But I still did my work though. I usually did my shit in the morning in school. I just find a way to do my work. I was never the student who would get home, do their work. Cause I mean, girls be doing that shit. Like, you know, they be highlighting notes and whatever, you know, all that shit. I was never that type of student. I like second half of high school, my grades was good, but it wasn't the traditional way of getting good grades. It was just like I would get to school in the morning and do my work. I don't know. Just did it by any way possible, by any means, you know.
I'll be procrastinating. No, that used to be my biggest problem, but I've been kicking that shit to the curb lately. You know, I just be busy now, and so that's sometimes why I just be slacking. But I never slack to the point where I just like my grades get fucked up.
I'm on a new wave of procrastination. I procrastinate where it's like I'm still productive. I'm just not doing that shit.
Exactly.
Like,
I'm just not doing the shit
That's how I'm
like,
feeling.
You know how we used
bruh.
to procrastinate in the past, the procrastination would be playing video games or doing some nut shit.
Yeah.
Now, like, the procrastination would be, I don't want to do homework, so I'm going to do a podcast.
Exactly.
Like, that's what
We'll
it
do
is.
something that like that I know is productive, but I'm gonna like more.
And I think that it's honestly worse than real procrastination because I have no guilt. I don't feel bad at it at all. Like, because I'm at this point where it's like school, it really feels optional because I'm not going to class every single day.
Man.
So it's like, yeah, that's it. It just feels optional. So like I'm way more invested in this than anything I could have ever done at school. So
it's like right here.
it's right here. I can tap the mic right now and ear rape you if I wanted to. Like I could do that right now, and anyone who's listening to this shit would have a weird sensation in the ear if I was to tap this motherfucker. But I'm not. And I'm not, like, I'm an in-class nigga. I was just telling you. I'm in class, bro. Professor asking questions. Who's the first nigga with his hand up? And trust me, I was only going to class about 3 times a week, bro. But professor asked me something, bro. My hand is straight up, bro. I'm looking like a motherfucking scholar.
Yeah.
You just got to put the shit in front of my face if you want me to do it. Like,
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing that's why I had to start doing the podcast with other people. Because it was only so long I could just keep motivating myself. I got to start getting motherfuckers on the schedule to the point where it's like, I know they're coming at this time and there's nothing I could do about it. So let's put the mic up and let's fucking go.
Yes, sir.
Like, it ain't. That's just how it is for me at this point.
I feel it.
Just plug this bitch up. Let's make it happen.
Bro, that's hard. I mean, like, for you, you're like in the beginning of your podcast was mostly by yourself.
Yeah.
Like
Surf journey.
what kind of changed your philosophy on that? Like, why did you want to, like, you said something about motivation. Like, why did you want to switch it up and start adding guests and stuff like that?
I just wanted to expand. I just wanted to hear what other people was talking about, really. Mm-hmm. Like, just because I knew that when I link with niggas or have, like, a smoke session or something, we already have, like, pretty deep, pretty interesting conversations. So why not just be the nigga that starts recording it with his homies, like, you know, being a podcaster. That was really it for me.
That's
I was
crazy.
sounding gay. I didn't mean to say it's the for me, but
Nah.
nah, like
No.
I just wanted to expand my shit really
Yeah.
and have the time to be able to just crank them out more because I noticed when I did them by myself, I needed something to trigger me or inspire me to want to go in front of the mic.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if it's y'all for the most part, like we both sharing our opinion, but it's three people leading the conversation.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah, exactly.
like me. I definitely got a lot of good like storytelling experience and like a lot of like expression. Like you had to be I had to be more expressive when I was just to the neck.
Yeah.
It made me grow as a podcaster, but I just feel like I can go for longer. I could just hear about. I just wanted to really hear what other niggas are thinking, and ask people questions that I might be thinking about, and see if that shit checks out what other people are thinking. Other people whose opinions I respect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much.
Man, that's crazy. You said when you hang out with your friends, you always had some type of interesting conversation and you wanted to record it. That's literally the reason that we started. Because whenever me and Michael would FaceTime, it would always be some elaborate shit. We would have like a good ass deep conversation.
So we sitting changing,
here, changing. We sitting here like, why not record this shit? Why not let other people hear what we gotta say? And whether or not our podcast blows up or not, this is just
on the net. It's history. We had these conversations you could play about.
Exactly. And people,
honestly,
can learn.
Honestly, the other day I had this thought. I was like, if I'm not around, like if something like God forbidding were like to happen to me, I had kids, and then something were to happen to me. Honestly, I feel like I could damn near like the whole like I feel like I damn near could like set like a good example for my kids of like how to be either a man or like to like this could be like the way that my kids are like raised, like if they just listen to the words I'm saying, like this shit is true, like and it's damn near a testament of like my existence.
That's real. I definitely do not feel the same way about my podcast.
That's fucking crazy, Michael, because I've never thought of our shit like that before. I've never thought of this like this is like kind of our lasting imprint like on the world. Like
pretty much.
Like this just gonna be here forever unless the freaking internet database just crashes.
I still have them on a flash drive somewhere. So
like this stuff is gonna be here. People are gonna be able to hear our words. People like our descendants can just go back and listen to like what your great grandfather.
This is my great grandfather.
Was your great grandfather talking in 2021? You know.
I never thought of it like that, but honestly, I haven't. My family doesn't have none of my links yet. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, would I play this shit to my kids? Them niggas have to be the right age.
Oh yeah, of course. They cannot hear me cussing at like 5 years old.
I cracked too many funny. I don't know. Like, I don't think a podcast is good if I didn't laugh in it. Like, I have plenty of scrap. I have plenty of scrap shits.
Yeah.
Like. If I don't laugh, the shit isn't worth it. And I don't know if the kids need to hear me talking about eating ass and doing shit like that. You gotta at least be a grown ass man. Would I? Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
I mean, it's split in the middle for a reason, man. It's like cut in half.
I mean, look, bro. I haven't ate ass, bro, but I feel like it's gonna happen. It's just gonna
eventually.
Happen. It's gonna happen spur of the moment. Because think about it, like if you ever ate pussy from the back, it's just staring you in the face.
Your nose is already touching it, man.
Yeah, your nose. You damn near might be resting your nose on it.
That's
so
facts.
Like,
oh my god.
Like like I haven't done this shit, bro. But really, it's there. Like if your girl not washing her ass, you shouldn't be with her in the first place. The way I see it. So it's like
you gotta. I remember I was listening to one of your podcasts. Somebody was like, you gotta at least get like one finger length into your ass while you scrape your shit. So if you ain't doing that shit, I ain't. You said that? Yeah. I was like, yeah. If you ain't doing
in the
that
shower,
shit,
it may sound gay, but if you don't get at least a little scratch in your shit while you in the shower and let the water run through your shit, I don't think it's really clean. Like,
yeah, you ain't clean.
My ass. If a girl want to eat my ass right now, she can eat it. My shit is clean for sure. My shit is clean.
My shit is
You're not gonna get no dookie.
My shit is healthy and organic.
All right, nigga.
Would y'all get y'all ass ate? Would y'all get y'all ass ate or eat ass?
Shit,
both.
I wouldn't.
I don't think I could, cause like I don't be shaving my ass hair
I'm just a freak nigga. I ain't shaved my shit either.
Yeah, I feel like if a girl got back there and started like licking on my shit, bruh, I feel like.
What if you really just tweak though? Like you might literally just nut first lick. Like, oh, like yo, like you don't know what's going on. Like that's the thing. Like it's too unknown. That's why I feel like I gotta eat ass at some point. It's good. We could wrap it up right now. Yeah. Spur the Lotus 2.
Wow.
Having y'all on. Mike, Joey. We made history today, fellas.
We finna do this again, bro.
I hope
this is gonna be a consistent thing, dog.
Facts. I hope y'all learned something today. Yeah. Because if you're gonna hear us talk, you're gonna learn something.
I hope you did. Class was definitely in session. Be sure to check out the Black Lotus podcast. Where y'all streaming at?
Everywhere y'all not, bro.
Everywhere y'all not. Hey,
everywhere y'all not.
Just like we say over here, man. Spur the moment. We're everywhere. We live everywhere y'all not. I have not said that in a few episodes, but it was great having y'all on, bro. We gonna run it back soon. Y'all almost caught Jack for the longest podcast record.
Damn.